Hi everyone and welcome. I wanted to go over how to do your group assignment for Module 3. So this assignment is going to ask that you as a group decide who's going to create this new society. So in this reading, it just tells you that there's global warming. The planet Earth is going to disappear within the next 2 years. Anybody on it will be dead. On here it says that you're going to take 7 people. You're going to select 7 people to go to this new planet that's just like Earth. All the essential necessities have been shipped to this planet to start a new colony. A year's worth, so 1 year's worth of food, tools, books, and power generator, etc. will be available to you. In this new colony, it says that the plan is to send 7 people. I want you to think that you're already at that planet. Okay, your group, you 4 or you 3, are already on that planet, and you're going to vote which 7 members are going to join you. So in total, if you think about it, 7, and if you're a group of 3, then it's 10. If not, if they're a group of 4, then 11 of you are going to be responsible for starting a whole new society. Think of it as a clean slate. In here, what you're going to do is, what I ask you to do, is you're going to have 11 volunteers. I want you to look at this assignment first on your own. Look at the people that are volunteering. They all have their names on there. After each person, you see a little description. For each person that you read the description, think, would you take them, would you not, and why not. And down below that is a table. So what I want you to do is fill this out individually before you get with your group. Decide if they will go or they won't. Give your reason and write your assumption, and then just decide if it's prescriptive or descriptive. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so this is how you would fill out the table. First, you have the person's name, just like you have it up here. See, Bobby Dane. If you wanted to take Bobby, you will mark an X on he will go. If not, an X where he's not going to go. So let's read about Bobby first. Bobby's a 10-year-old white Jewish, developmentally delayed with an IQ of 70, healthy and strong for his age. So take some time to consider it. And now if you were the student, and this is from an example of a student, these are 2 examples that students wrote. So one said, you know what, I'm not taking him. He has an IQ of 70, that's the reason. And then the assumption is survival is going to be tough. A mentally retarded boy would not be able to carry his share of the burden. Now, when you look at that, is it descriptive or prescriptive? On this section of the box, you only have to write the word descriptive or prescriptive. I wrote in parentheses an explanation of why this one here is descriptive. The reason why is because this assumption is either going to be proven false or true. So that's descriptive. This other student decided that yes, they were going to take Bobby. And they would take Bobby because he has an IQ of 70. So when you're doing this with your group, if you can have the same reasons. Your assumptions are going to be different though. So this one here, Bobby is going because he has an IQ of 70. The assumption, Bobby will bring out people's compassion, making this a humane society. Now this one here is prescriptive. The reason why this assumption is prescriptive is because these are values that can't be measured. We can't see or measure if everybody in that society that you're choosing will be humane because of Bobby. So it's a good idea if you do this on your own first, and then when you meet with your group, you might change. You actually have to come to a consensus. You all have to be in agreement of who's going and who's not. So there's going to be a debate. Try to see about how you make your arguments, the reasons that you give. All of you need to come to a consensus. So think about the society. Talk about the society that you want to have. What's your government going to be like? What is your expectations, your values, the morals that you want for this new society? You're going to be living, what skills? Because you're going to be living together, hopefully to repopulate this new planet, because you are going to, let me go back here. As it's in here, you're going to learn to survive and procreate, meaning you're going to repopulate this planet. Which people do you think that you can do that with, and also what skills will be needed to keep this planet going? So once you all agree, like I said, your reasons will be the same. Your assumptions don't have to be the same. They might, and they might change because it's really your own personal experience, right? Make sure that in this prescriptive or descriptive that you ask feedback from one another so that you're all in agreement that yes, those are descriptive or these assumptions are prescriptive. Okay, when you're done with your table or with this whole assignment, you can submit it on Canvas. Now, you must have not just the table completed, that's 20 points as a group, but to get your other individual 20 points, you have to have your personal reflection. 250 to 500 words. You can write about your whole experience doing this group activity. You can feel free to discuss anything you want within this activity. You can talk about the assumptions and how they affected your choices, how your teammates' assumptions affected their choices. Was there one of your teammates, and please use their name so that I know it's only private when you submit it to me. Was one of your teammates great at their reasoning and their arguing? What critical thinking skills did you see from one another? How did you practice active listening? Now, this active listening is in chapter 9. I believe it starts on page 422. So talk about, not 422, but it's on 419. So talk about what active listening skills. Read that before you get into your group. What was the best or the hardest part of this assignment, and what did you learn about yourself? What assumptions were hidden there? Okay, that is all I have for you on this assignment. Just going to show you how your groups are broken down. So here is the assignment: establish a new society, establish a new society and work group. So here we go. This document that I had just shown you is right here in this link. Your groups for your class right now are right in this section. So you see each group has a person highlighted. That person I highlighted just as a group leader. Doesn't mean that they have more responsibility or less, but I would say if you are highlighted, take the advantage of sending out a mass email to the people in your group. If you are for example, if you are in Giselle's group, feel free to contact her, and that way she can get all of your information and you guys can decide when is the best time for you to meet. So before you meet, try to do the activity on your own, and then it'll change as you meet. Give yourself about 60 minutes as a group. Meet through FaceTime. You can meet through FaceTime, Google Chats, Zoom. Zoom is a free site that offers you about 40 minutes of a meeting time. Okay, so get together in the social. Some of you can Snapchat, however you want to do it. It doesn't matter, but get that verbal going. You don't want to be texting. You want to have face-to-face interaction. All right. Can't wait to hear how this assignment all turns out for you. I'm interested to see which people you all take. Have a good day.